Technically, we're in the most connection-abundant timeline ever. So why do none of your matches feel real? And no, it's not just the Chads getting the mids and the Stacys. Welcome to Why Everything Sucks Now, where I talk about how modernity has robbed us of everything good and beautiful in this world and what I think we should do to reverse it. Over half of all young adults are using dating apps, yet we've been seeing less commitment and birth rates plummeting like never before in history. To me, society got so obsessed and lost within the fantasy of profane and romantic love that the metaphysics of Eros and divine union were forgotten. The idea of Western romantic love was introduced in the 12th century. With it being a central goal in life, you either fell into the archetype of the wife or the husband, with the status and material worth that partner reflected back to you equaling fulfillment. Love has been subject to involution over time through literature and media, but today is further bloated by insecure relationship psychology on TikTok and commercialization of love through the cesspool business of dating apps. Eros, on the other hand, popularized by Plato and then further developed by Freud and Carl Jung, amongst other more controversial thinkers, suggests a loose myth of raw desire meeting the soul and together being trialed to achieve immortality and sacred union. The union, its own soul, and a tether to the divine. Partnership was synonymous with soul connection, transcending race, religion, and cultures. Sacred union and sexuality were shared by the Sufis, Christian mystics, Gnostics, Taoists, Hindus, the ancient Egyptians, and the Greeks. Jung boldly suggests that romantic love might be an unconscious effort to keep you from your own being. To have us plagued and obsessed with the idea of possessing another, that we forget what we're really lacking, a true connection to ourselves. That a big reason why we're attracted to someone and confuse it for love is because they represent an anima or an animus that we've denied expression in our own lives. Dating and hetero partnerships are cooked because men and women are living out of their yang and solar and yin and lunar energies respectively, with futile attempts to find connection in a world that actively denies us our spiritual nature, while perpetuating disharmony between each other under the guise of empowerment. TLDR, we got men acting like bad bitches and women wanting to girl boss just to measure up to men who aren't even men. We are already whole beings. Through the fire and flames of isolation, shadow work, and deep self-awareness, we can heal the old trauma surrounding self-love so that we can remember that we are. Practically, this can be done through mind-body practices like meditation and yoga, or creative expression like writing or painting. Analyzing past relationships in your childhood in order to reflect on them as lessons and reintegrate is important to make sure you break free from those karmic loops of suffering. In self-forgiveness, gratitude, and merging with our shadows, we make the unconscious conscious. We open ourselves up to the possibility of divine union with others who've done the same. If we promote the transcendent and divine aspect of partnership paired with immovable self-love, where you understand your worth and spiritual power, dysfunctional things like situationships, ghosting, and limerence could all be left in the past. If you want to connect with others on a soul level, you need to know your own first.